Toronto's breaking news.
Welcome back, CP24 Live at Noon. We have Jocelyn Smith with us. She's a nurse manager of the LifeQuest Center for Reproductive Medicine, and she's quite a character. Jocelyn, welcome to CP24.
Thank you.
Now, the Dr. Robert Edwards just got the Nobel Prize,
yes.
And this has been, so when we're talking about in vitro, when we're talking about people who cannot have children or could not naturally, and now they can, great strides in modern science since, for how long? Since how many years?
Well, Louise Brown was born in '79, so it's those years before, you know, learning it and then finally getting it down pat, and that she was the first IVF baby. So it's 31 years, 30 years? 31.
And now, right now, couples or singles in Canada who cannot naturally, is that a fair word to use, who cannot ordinarily have children, virtually all of them can have children. Is that correct to say?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Correct me.
Yeah.
It's not too often I invite people to correct me, Jocelyn.
Okay. I'd love to correct you.
Go ahead.
I would say that we could probably help 90%. I think I might be pretty good saying about 90%, but there's still 10% of the population that are going to end up childless that we won't be able to help to have their own biological child. Not to say they can't adopt and still have children.
And nothing wrong with adoption?
Fabulous. But you know, pretty much 90% I would think that we could help.
Now tell me, there seems to be more and more stories in the papers these days. We won't go into any specifics of either, you know, people. I saw one the other day, a mother with her daughter, and she said, this isn't, I love my daughter, but this isn't the daughter that I thought I was getting. Or other people saying that, you know, I picked out a certain attribute, a mother, a single mom saying certain attribute for the father, and my child's not turning out that way. It seems to a lot of other people saying that maybe we've gone too far in this. What do you answer to that?
Well, I think that when people go through infertility and IVF, and whether it's donor egg or donor sperm, they need to really get lots of counseling to really understand what it is they're going to get. Because, you know, your parents will probably look at you and think...
Oh, no, they're going to say, what a great disappointment you've been, Stephen.
Well, no.
That's okay.
Where did he get that from? I'm not like you're not like this. So, you know, like everybody's like that. But I think with counseling, people will understand what it is that they're getting into. I think, Stephen, I think that the science is way ahead of the ethics. And so we need to catch up with the ethics. I think there's a big
Is there a
thing
gap?
with that.
Okay, that's what I was getting to, and you put your finger on it. Is there a gap between the science and the ethics of having children in other ways aside from the way that...
Well, I think IVF now, you know, we've pretty much got that gap as closed. But there's other gaps out there. There's all kinds of gaps in any medical thing and ethics. And as long as the ethics people and the science people and the medical people are all talking, then that's great.
Are they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Any conclusions?
I just came back from Vancouver to the Canadian Fertility and Andrology Society, and there was a whole slew of talks with the ethics people and law and, you know, the medical and the science, and that's what you need to have.
And we need to have more time because it's a fascinating topic. But, Jocelyn, thank you very much for bringing it up. And we're out of time. I hope to see you again. Fascinating topic.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks.
It's 12:57, 11 degrees in downtown Toronto. This is Toronto's breaking news, CP24. It's a sign the mayor's race is in full swing. Clever writers on those. When we come back, details on the next phase in the race for the city's top jobs. Stay with us.